Hello guys, it's the Mighty Deborah back with another video. And for this video, we'll be reviewing the irony of aunties like Tom. So, I've been doing some research, looking up archives, whatever the heck. And there's this interesting thing. It's called the Reset the Clock archive. Basically, it is a lot of data with a lot of evidence about people who claim that Lolly is pedo shit. Well, these people who say that, they're actually caught being pedophiles, supporting pedophilia, or things like bestiality or zoophilia, that kind of stuff. It's nuts. They're caught in all these kinds of things, and I'm just gonna scroll through it and show you. And that will be the end of the video after that. Alright, see ya.
series, yes, Asuka is the one you're referring to. It is Asuka alternative outfit. I do love Asuka as a character. The issue is, like, all the figurines of her are degenerate pedo bait shit, unfortunately. So, can I just talk about Evangelion for a minute? It's my stream. I'm gonna do it anyway. It's such a shame with Evangelion, you know? Because, like, so as we've established before, and this is the case, 98% of Evangelion fans are pedophiles.
I still think that, like, zoophile porn, like drawn stuff, it should be 100% legal. In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal.
Okay, so if you were to... So, you know, there's pedophiles, right, who buy child pornography. Mm-hmm. Would you say they should not be held responsible for doing that?
Yes.
Really? Even though they're directly supporting child rape?
Yeah, I think it's hypocritical.
Discretion is advised.
Really know why JTech TV. So for the past couple months, JTech TV has been trying to get my attention. I didn't really know why, because frankly I had nothing to say about Jay. He did the usual. Oh, you console port begging trolls? You'll never get Horizon Zero Dawn and some other crap that nobody cares about. The only people who care about this stuff are usually under the age of 13. And JTech TV. I was done with Jay. He even went as far as tweeting at Billy, calling me out to speak to him. For what? What have you got to say that's interesting, Jay? Nothing. You'd sit there and want me to debate you about video games I don't give a shit about. You may as well ask me what I think about, I don't know, brown rice versus white rice. To me, it's the same thing. Don't really care. Is it gonna be on my plate? Yes or no? If the answer is no, don't care. Then JTech made a slight comeback last year, literally around this time, last December and January. JTech was exposed for sliding into women's DMs and bothering them.
Oh my.
JTech has been doing this as far back as 2016. I guess all the YouTube fame went to his head. Now back then, JTech was hitting up Titanfall Princess. If you're in the console gaming community, you know who Titanfall Princess is. She kind of kicks it with the Xbox fan base, crap gamers, so on and so forth. They do podcasts every now and then. JTech was thirsting after her. And I quote the JTech Files number 2. Notice that after that question, in my
All right, sorry I'm re-uploading this, but I'm going to tell you guys what to do about stuff like this and accounts that are talking about underage characters. This person's still underage.
Straight up, overall, go to this account, report all the
FBI.gov.
Because trust me, I've so far reported about like 15 of them. This stuff isn't joke.
All right, sorry I'm re-uploading this, but I'm going to tell you guys what to do about stuff like this and accounts that are talking about underage characters. Yes, they are drawings, but they're still underage. So what you're going to do is go to this website, which is the FBI.gov, and that's the website that will lead you to I would like to submit a tip or report a threat. Now, it will be full confidentiality. They will not release your name, none of that. Because these are not jokes. These are actually sick things that you're talking about. You're talking about this to an underage drawing. Yes, they are a drawing, but they are underage. So that means you're fantasizing about something that is
stuff, people. This person's disgusting. Straight up, overall, go to this account, report all the tweets. Because trust me, I've so far reported about like 15 of them. This stuff isn't joke stuff, people. Get that through your head, anime community. These aren't things you say. This is disgusting. This is a 5-year-old child. Like, why are you making this stuff? Like, obviously there's a problem with you. And you think this is okay. Maybe you should go to jail. I don't give a shit what your age is. Or at least go to therapy or something. Overall, this person may be the most disgusting individual I've so far come across since the My Hero Academia frog thing. Like, you think that like that specific word is a joking thing? Something that has caused a lot of people major trauma?
Zrcalo is a 34-year-old known for running the transphobic L's Twitter account who recently caught themselves in a bit of a controversy, one that we'll go over later in the video. After surrounding myself with this situation and seeing what was going on, I decided to look into this person themselves and see what was up with them. After doing some digging around, I learned that Callow has a much deeper history full of manipulation and disturbing details one can only describe as utterly insane. When I say insane, I truly mean it, because I don't think I have ever had to bear witness to something so crazy in all my time on making videos on YouTube, and that's saying something given some of my past content on this channel. The rabbit hole we're about to go down together is one of, if not the deepest on the channel yet, but before our journey begins, let's hear a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's one of revival enough to go is the second. It's brand some long lady for a third party down there who's not exactly all together. I'm sure to y'all, but let's just some of that artwork was gore fetish artwork, and of course I can't show the bottom half to y'all, but let's just say there's a third party down there who's not exactly all together. I'm sure y'all can tell by the ketchup stains from their definite meal of burgers and fries, and his fascination with this kind of stuff goes as far back as 2007 when he made a bird taxidermy tutorial when he was around 19 years old, and even in 2009 after making YouTube videos using old science footage which shows a dog's head, that's right, just a dog's head, and another of a fox they taxidermied. Some old messages from a forum post in 2010 would come out, showing that at one point he planned on, well, you can tell by what the images on screen say pretty easily, and even joke around about what he wanted to do to him too, only making it much worse. We can already see that this person ain't exactly the most pleasant human being to exist, and in fact, they even scammed someone out of $15 when selling art at a furry convention on October 28th, 2018. The person would leak the messages between the two, and after being led around for about 2 months, they made a formal complaint in which Zrcalo would say that because his cat got sick, he screwed up his artwork process, then saying he won't be vending at the con anymore. He would even go on to straight up lie and say that he was the person who created the Smile Dog creepypasta image before being caught out on his shit and deleting the message. So, we can put together this person is definitely weird, and not no normal weird, but like really weird with interest in some pretty vile stuff, so normally things like this would be an open and closed case. We can also see he's a liar for what seems to be no other reason than trying to get internet clout, and he still likes to take things a step further, and in a direction that ain't exactly shocking, but still disturbing nonetheless. Zrcalo will end up getting himself affiliated with the alt furry group sometime in late 2018. During his time with these people, he'd involve himself with popular alt furry places like the Furry Raiders in Xanadu, and would spread his own hatred around on both his main and alt account Blue Fox, becoming an admin in Xanadu in the process, further affiliating himself with people like Blamir, a straight up pedophile, and Foxler, this dude right here. After going through a couple of hateful posts from Zrcalo like the ones you're seeing on screen, I pulled some strings and managed to get a hold of the Xanadu moderation chat itself, which doesn't really show much other than Zrcalo being further affiliated with the chat, banning people for miscellaneous things. The 2018 zoo sadism scandal would happen, and in doing so, a whole bunch of leaks that aren't important for this video would come out, like with Kira the Wolf for example, all from Akela, also known as Zoodenim, a zoophile themselves who originally leaked everything because they felt that Kira and the squad were worse than him, despite both parties being zoophiles. Soon after all this, Zrcalo would start up a new Telegram channel with Akela called ZSIS in order to hunt down zoophiles with other people. Zrcalo has admitted that Akela and him were the big bosses of the chat, and has even implied there could be good zoos based on another message he sent. He would say
I'm